Hello, it's Frosty here, still with another video, and honestly, my first top 10, although this is going to be a top 5 video, just because it's a little bit hard for me to cover a top 10 video, just due to the list of topic. This is going to be top 5 teams that right now are going to be looking for a quarterback, really, oh boy, I think the league right now has a lot of teams that kind of have their quarterback, but I do think there are quite a few teams that do need a quarterback. Now, I'm going to just be blatantly honest. This is my opinions only, so I get why people will probably say, this team needs a quarterback a whole lot more than this team, but this is going to be my personal opinion. Now, I will be honest, the last two teams, so this would be spot number 5, number 4, I could say would be a little bit debatable because I think they do need more time. The top 3, I think, all definitely need some evaluation at the quarterback position, with number 1 being this team needs to go out and get a good quarterback. So just keep showing me support, please. Doing all this podcast I can. I'm trying to do everything I can to try and spice this up. But let's continue and let's get on with number 5. At number 5, you got the New York Giants, and this team really is a team I debated on putting on the list. Because these were the teams that were going to be before the Giants, that were tied with the Giants even, but I gave the Giants the leg up just because of a few other things. The 49ers and the Denver Broncos both were in the spot because, of course, and I kind of said, well, I don't know, Drew Lock has had bad games, but he's also played probably sometimes better than Mahomes or better than Trubisky. But it's been very scattered, so I don't know if he'd be their long-term option. He doesn't look great. He doesn't look bad. I mean, he has the weapons. I get COVID. I get the injuries. But at the same time, I just don't know what to say about this team because personally, I don't think Drew Lock has been given a fair chance to be great, and I don't think that. And for the 49ers, yeah, Jimmy G got benched quite a few times this year, which I don't know. He didn't look horrible. He did not look good against the Patriots. I mean, he threw 2 picks, but everyone just looked at it as, oh, well, the Patriots are a bad team, so that's why I threw good. No, he threw good yardage, threw no touchdowns, and threw 2 interceptions. He played worse than Cam. Changed my mind. And I don't know. I thought Nick Mullins was going to be pretty good. Obviously, I was wrong. He doesn't seem to be that great. Um, And CJ Beathard honestly did a pretty good job. He did a pretty decent job against Arizona Cardinals. Yeah, they don't have a great defense. I think they still have an okay defense. I mean, you still have Isaiah Simmons and Patrick Peterson, so you still have some good pieces there. But yeah. But the New York Giants and Daniel Dimes, I have no idea. He looked not that good this season, but he also looked really good this season without Saquon Barkley beating the Seahawks. Actually, no, I don't even think he beat the Seahawks. I think that was Colt McCoy. But, Daniel Dimes just lighting every team up. He was looking really, really good. And to be honest with you, he may be your answer, but at the same time, I don't know if he is. I just would put my opinion on Daniel Dimes right now is he is a question mark. I don't think he's that bad, but I definitely don't think he's going to be that good. And then we come to number 4. Oh boy, I'm going to see riots. The Washington football team. You just got rid of your cancerous Dwayne Haskins, who I also said was going to be a good quarterback prospect, and wanted the Patriots to get him. Please end me now. But there is a reason that this team really should be number 1 or number 2. But the reasons why I said no is I have to look at the future. Kyle Allen isn't that bad. I mean, I think he might need some development under Alex Smith, who was playing really good ball. So honestly, they may need to look for a quarterback, but you have your veteran. I don't think you need to go out and get a big quarterback. I think you need to go out and get a good quarterback. a good young quarterback. I would say Sam Darnold would honestly be the best choice because Alex Smith, of course, is a serviceable quarterback, and rumors are stating that he is actually going to be extension, and they're probably going to have Alex Smith retire on the football team because they want to keep him when they're transfers from his period to a rookie's period. So honestly, I don't know. I would say that maybe this team could go for a younger quarterback, whereas I think the Giants could afford to go for a little bit of an older quarterback. But again, after that, I honestly think definitely this team could look for a quarterback, but I think they'd have to go on the younger side. And that also comes down to if Kyle Allen does not look good. If he looks pretty decent, looks pretty good, then you know what? Maybe give him a shot. Maybe give him a shot. But other than that, they'll be sitting at number 4. Number 3, and this is where everything goes downhill. So if you don't know, we just went through 2 teams that can contend for a division but aren't good. Number 3, you got the Chicago Bears. Well, well, well. You finally heard what Patriots fans kept saying. That Eagles team was good. Nick Foles wasn't. Tom Brady outplayed him in the Super Bowl in that Thursday night game. But you thought the Nick Magic, he was keeping you on a great winning streak, and then he led you to a streak that almost crushed your playoff hopes. What did we tell you? You can blame the fact that you didn't have Tariq Cohen. But now you have Mitch Trubisky and your offense is lighting it up. I'm not going to say I told you so. I had no idea after last season. I would have put Mitchell Trubisky as a question mark at quarterback because, I don't know. I mean, he doesn't really have a great O-line. Doesn't have many threats besides, like, Allen Robinson. And I think Jimmy Graham. So, like, 2 old threats. I mean, I think Robinson's played pretty well. And of course, he does much better with a running game, and that O-line's been okay, not like horrible, like egregious, like get away from me. It's been okay. Trubisky's a little bit more mobile than Nick Foles, so you have a little bit more help there. But this team desperately could use a veteran quarterback. Now, here's who I think might fit pretty well. Matt Ryan, I think could look really dang good. If you want to go youth wise, you could go Mariota. Mariota could be pretty dang good as well. Minshew, another one, pretty cheap. Now I think the biggest hurt would be them going after Stafford. Pretty good one. Here's who they're going to probably get: Cam Newton. Oh boy. This has been rumored for about a full year now that Cam will probably be going to Chicago. And honestly, I would take Trubisky over Cam just because A, Trubisky's younger, and B, he'll be cheaper. Like Cam's gonna think he did great this season and go to another team. Everyone knows. But to be completely honest with the Chicago Bears, they need to look at their quarterback evaluation. They need to cut Nick Foles because that salary is not going to fly. Trubisky is not going to get a big contract. I think even he knows he's not going to get a big contract unless this team goes to the AFC conference, or not AFC, NFC conference. Which I don't even think they're. I think they might win a playoff game, but I don't think they're going to go past that. So then you kind of just are wondering, what are you going to do if you can't even get past, the first round? I don't know. This team, I personally think, needs a veteran quarterback, and we'll head out. I would say you could evaluate after that. Sitting at number 2. I know everyone's gonna yell and get mad. The New York Jets. I know. Now I know what people will say. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Where are they? The Jaguars are not on this list, and here's why. They clinched the number 1 pick. They kind of have their quarterback of the future. So they're not really looking for their quarterback. They're just waiting for him. So that's kind of why I didn't put them on the list. Plus, like I said, they have 3 quarterbacks that honestly I think might work. Mike Glennon might be okay. As a backup, I don't know. I think Luton and Minshew both will be very good young developing pieces. So honestly, I think they could be some pretty good quarterbacks. But the New York Jets, why don't they get the number 1 spot? 2 wins? They are officially the second worst team in the league. Sam Darnold and Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco is a decent veteran who, if you need a team, if you want him to play with a defense, he knows I'm not gonna risk anything to make my defense life a living nightmare. I'm just gonna do short passes to carve up time, get field goals, win the game that way, or get touchdowns. Because of course, the main priority of check down magnets: good tight end, good running game. That's it. And honestly, I think Joe Flacco has played pretty well this season, even though he's been on the New York Jets. I think he's played pretty well, for being on a garbage team. I think there are quite a few good pieces on that team still, but I gotta be honest. I mean, the as long as Adam Gase is there, every player is garbage. I'm sorry. I mean, once Gase is gone, maybe he'll be good, but no. And Sam Darnold, honestly, I'm surprised they're not going to pick a quarterback. Like, you might say, well, they have the number 2 pick pretty much locked up. Yeah, big rumors. They're not going to go for a quarterback, and they're going to run with Darnold another season. That's not going to be good. That's not good at all. Honestly, because I think teams are going to actually call up and try and trade for Darnold because, well, he's a young quarterback who's just under Gase. If you don't fire Gase, well, then have fun, New York. Have fun suffering. And that's it. So I kind of already went over the honorable mentions, but the number one football team that needs a new quarterback is the New England Patriots. Oh boy. Because this is the team that does not have a backup plan. This is not even biased. This is literally like, all of you guys have a better quarterback than us. Cam is gone. Brian Hoyer is not going to do squat. And then you have the inevitable Jarrett Stidham question mark. Here's the thing with the Jets. You still have Darnold. You still have Joe Flacco for now. And honestly, they might extend Flacco. The only reason you're bad is because you have Adam Gase. We have a good coach, probably one of the greatest of all time, Bill Belichick, although I do hate the cheating scandals. Just going to get out of the way. I'm not going to defend them in any way like some drunk Boston. I'm going to pretty much just say, yeah, I don't condone that. Deflategate, honestly, shouldn't be on Brady. It should be more on Bill, but never mind on that. But the main reason is Jarrett Stidham is not looking like the backup plan, and Cam Newton is not looking that good. I really hope some team does extend him, but I really also, like I said, I've been petitioning to get Haskins. Well, Haskins isn't turning out well, okay. But now I'm hearing big rumors that we're going to go after Stafford. And please, I love Matt Stafford. He is the new Matty Ice. I really love Stafford. I think he will fit incredibly well in New England. I think he'll do a whole lot better. We will give him a good O-line and a good running back and good receivers because Jacoby Myers is looking like a beast. But the main reason why right now this team is horrible is because they have no quarterback of the future except maybe Jarrett Stidham. And I don't even think he's going to be the future because I've seen some flashes where I'm like, okay, good job, kid. You did good, kid. You did real good. And then there are flashes where I'm like, oh, I thought we drafted, Jarrett Stidham, not Blake Bortles. So that's kind of why this team is number one. As I said, there isn't really bias because every team has some good quarterback in there now or good quarterback for the future. Again, I've heard so many rumors and so much, but I have to just be honest with myself. This team does not have a good quarterback. So there are my top 5 list of teams that need that desperately do need a quarterback. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just do the level things. Show me some support, please, so I can keep making this stuff out. Stay safe. Have a happy new year, and just always remember to stay frosty. Have a good one, y'all.